He's the L.A. Clippers point guard. He's Chris Paul. Up early, going to shoot around. What's your NFL team, Chris?
Cowboys.
Cowboys. How did that happen?
You know, my dad's favorite player as I was growing up was Drew Pearson. My dad used to wear them 88 and all that when he played football when he was younger, so my whole family diehard Cowboys fans.
Are you still a Cowboy fan?
I am.
Does it ruin your night like a Sunday night when Tony Romo and the Cowboys will end up losing a game in the last couple of minutes? How does that affect you?
It affects me a lot. I'm a big-time Cowboys fan. You know, my family used to go to a game every year. I actually saw Jerry Jones the other night in L.A.
What'd you say to him?
I told him hi. You know, we talked for a little while. You know, he knows how much I love the Cowboys.
Did you play football in high school?
I did. I actually played varsity football and JV basketball.
How good were you in football?
I like to think I was pretty good. I actually loved football a lot more than I did basketball, but to tell you the truth, it started getting way too cold on Friday night.
Were you a quarterback?
Yep, I was a quarterback. And also, you had a helmet on, so nobody knew who you were.
Oh, you wanted people to know who you were? I was wondering what is tougher to do, to throw the alley-oop or to catch it. So what you do and what Blake does, what is tougher?
What's tougher? Well, fortunately, I've never been much of a dunker, you know, so I don't know. I think they actually have the harder job.
Do you practice alley-oops?
Not really. I mean, we'll practice maybe, you know, the timing of it or different things like that on a certain play. But I definitely think my job is easier because I just have a area that I have to throw the ball in. You know, I don't have to be so precise. You know, he has to catch it, dunk it, windmill it, do all the other stuff.
And I read where you guys want to get rid of Lob City. You guys don't like that nickname.
Not the fact that we don't like it. I think at the end of the day, it's something for the fans, and it's exciting, and it's sort of a moniker that comes along with our team. But at the end of the day, that's not why we win or lose games.
He's Chris Paul, the Clippers point guard, joining us. Dan Patrick Show. Got the Pacers coming up tonight. Did you see Steph Curry at the Garden last night?
Man, unreal.
Ever had one of those games where you're in the zone? Doesn't matter what you do, it's the right thing?
I have, but not quite like that, especially not at Madison Square Garden. I think the most impressive thing they did was 11 for 13 from the three. Cause I think what he did a great job of, too, is staying hot. You know, I think a lot of times the guys go on a streak and they get warm, they get hot, and then they want to do the little old heat check thing. And you take a crazy shot, which is ridiculous, and now you're not hot anymore.
Well, your career, you know what your career high is?
43.
Yeah. I think you did that twice, didn't you?
Yeah. It's funny because it was actually against one of our assistant coaches now. He was the head coach in Memphis at the time.
But if I said to you, go out and score, how many could you score? You got the green light to do whatever you want to do.
I don't know. That's a good question.
But you couldn't. Could you go 81 like Kobe?
No, I doubt it.
Could you give me 60?
Back in high school, I could.
Well, you had an unbelievable night, one night in high school, didn't you? What was?
Yeah. I scored 61 once in high school, but probably never again.
Come on. How many assists did you have in that game?
10.
Oh, okay. Hell, was anybody playing defense?
They were trying. But, you know, it was just one of those nights.
Best team that you face this year is who?
Best team?
Yeah.
Man, I know we played a bunch of really good teams. Obviously, the defending champs, Miami, really good team. San Antonio's been playing outstanding, and so has Oklahoma City.
I was also wondering this with our poll question. If I said you could get 54 in the Garden in a loss during a regular season game, or you can get 10 and a game winner, what would you take?
I'm probably take 10 in the game winner. And I know Steph really well. I know his family real well, and he's from North Carolina like myself, and I think that's probably the thing that stung with him the most. While I'm sure he's happy that he dropped 54, knowing him, I know he wanted to win more than anything.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to celebrate after, you go in the locker room after 54, but you lost. How do you, what do you say to a teammate after something like, hey, kind of good game, or, that was.
No, it's a great game. It's definitely a great game, but at the end of the day, we're some of the best competitors in the entire world, and you want to win. You want to win, and you can see the way he was playing. At the end, he was still making the right play all game long. He made the right plays, and unfortunately for him and those guys, they came up short.
Now, I read something. Do you have a cologne out now?
Yes.
Okay. What's it smell like?
Me.
So it smells like you. Okay, well, that's better than smelling like your coach, Mark Jackson. So, all right, so it smells like you. It's called Untouchable.
Untouchable.
Now, why not Unguardable?
We may think about that for the next round, and because of your input, I'll make sure you get some press for that.
I heard where you used to wear Michael Jordan cologne. Is that true?
I did. Do you remember it? Came in that little clear bottle.
Yeah.
Sort of had like a little basketball on the end, on the middle of it.
But did you think that it made you play better because you smelled like Jordan?
Well, no, I didn't. But growing up in North Carolina, being such a diehard Michael Jordan fan, anything that he had anything to do with, I wanted to be a part of it. Sort of like his shoes and everything like that.
Well, I can understand the shoes might make you play better. I don't think smelling like Jordan would make you play better.
His shoes not going to make you play better either, just in case you didn't know.
I always thought as expensive as those shoes are, they better make you play better.
Well, yeah, and that's the thought behind it. And I think that's what made MJ so special because of his marketability.
Did you ever face an opponent, though, who could have used some of your cologne that maybe needed a shower?
Man, have I? I'm sure. I'm sure nobody comes to my mind.
No names. That's convenient. Okay. All right. How are the celebs as far as Clipper games now? Are you seeing a little bit more people on the bandwagon now?
Occasionally. It's funny. I really don't pay much attention to it at all.
You don't notice who's in the stands?
No, I don't. I'm so locked in when the game's going on, I don't pay attention to it. The only person I usually speak to every single game is Billy Crystal.
Well, he's been there a long time. You got to give him credit for that.
Exactly. And he's a great guy. So.
What about Arsenio? Is he still coming to games?
I haven't seen him.
But so you don't notice anybody, even if you go to a Laker game, if you're facing the Lakers, and notice any of these celebrities, movie stars, you don't care?
No, I don't.
Jack Nicholson, or you see?
I talk to Jack every single game because he sits right there by our bench. But everybody else, unfortunately, I don't pay attention to him. I make sure I speak to Billy because we talk just about every game, and he's been a diehard Clipper fan. And then every time we play against the Lakers and it's their home game, Jack Nicholson sits right there by our bench.
Does he give you grief? Does he needle you a little bit, or?
We usually just shake hands every game before the jump off.
Hey, Chris. How far can the Clippers go this year? You guys didn't do anything at the trade deadline. I thought you might be able to get KG. How close do you think you were to getting KG?
I had no idea.
Oh, you had to talk to him, Chris.
No, I actually didn't.
Well, okay, you're not allowed to, right? Is that tampering? You can't talk to Kevin Garnett?
I probably could do, whatever, but I never did. Never had a conversation with him. So I think our team, going forward, I think we have all the pieces that we need. I think now we just got to put everything together and make sure that we peak at the right time. And it's about that time where we have to start playing championship caliber basketball.
Do you regret not talking to KG and saying, you know what, why don't you come over here? Let's win another championship, and I'll let you go home to Malibu?
Not at all. Not at all. He's an outstanding player, but, I love what our team has to offer and everything we have going forward.
I know you're going to shoot around. We appreciate you joining us as always, and I hope
No
you smell
problem.
good. Tell Vinny Del Negro I said hello.
I will. I'll tell him, man.
Well, he's seen the jumper.
He's seen what jumper?
Mine.
For what?
Well, when he was in San Antonio, I went down there and had to put on a little display for him. So,
You were shooting basketball?
Yep.
Why would you do that?
Exactly. That's what people say. Why would you do that? And then all of a sudden they say, "Oh my God, you got a gift from God." And then I go, "Yes, I'm sort of a Steph Curry type." I'm just going to say
Is that right?
Yep. Yeah.
So if Steph Curry had a cologne, would you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, his would be called "I can't guard anybody." I think is right. It wouldn't be untouchable. It would be I can't guard anybody is what it would be called. I would score on Steph Curry, right?
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, give me somebody. Just give me somebody in the NBA I'd score on. There's got to be somebody I would score on.
Somebody that you would score on in the NBA.
Yeah.
Maybe Vinny.
Well, he's not playing. I've already scored on Vinny.
You've already scored on Vinny?
Yeah, but then who hasn't?
I don't know. That's a good question.
How about Grant Hill? Grant Hill right now? I think I could.
Grant will lock you up. See,
He'd lock me up to not let me on the floor is what would happen, Chris.
That's what everybody thinks, and that's what's funny about Grant. Everybody thinks, I can go by Grant Hill. That is a mistake. That is a mistake.
Hey, good to visit with you. Congrats on everything. It was fun to watch you at the All-Star game, and hopefully we'll talk again.
Definitely, Dan. Thank you, and take it easy.
All right, that's Chris Paul, the Clippers point guard.